afternoon, cult members, and welcome to Pop Culture Cult. I'm Sean.
I'm Janice.
And welcome to our trailer reaction for the Hawkeye series that we knew was coming, and there hasn't been a ton of stuff. There's been some leaked set photos. They weren't leaked. They were officially released, but they were set photos. And so here we go with our first look. So
Okay.
here we go. Hawkeye, and go.
This is the first Christmas we've had together in years.
I love you guys. I'm making up for some lost
Rogers, the
time.
music.
That's awesome.
Authorities are wondering if the masked vigilante who terrorized the city's underworld is back.
Row.
The past is caught up with me.
Should we be worried?
No.
No.
I'll be home for Christmas. I promise. When I wore this suit, I made a whole lot of enemies.
More than some way.
You're Hawkeye!
Who the hell are you?
Some people have actually called me the world's greatest archer.
Are you one of those people? Hey, babe, I should be back in a day or two. Hang on a second.
Here, hold this.
Things have gotten more complicated.
Hi.
Nailed the landing.
Oh my god.
This is too dangerous. Definitely not this one.
You don't have to say definitely like that. There are arrows more dangerous than that
November 24th.
Some Christmas.
Well, that was funnier than I thought it was going to be. I don't know necessarily that the series is going to be funny, but the trailer was.
Right. The Jay Stubes on TikTok today said that all of the series have had these kind of whimsical, fun kind of trailers to them, and then once you got into them, they've been dealing with much deeper things.
Yeah, that's fair. That's true.
But
Just
to
thinking
be
of the
fair,
WandaVision.
Hawkeye's always kind of been the butt of the jokes. How is an archer hanging out with the superheroes?
Yeah.
Even Black Widow was a super spy, you know. And,
Yeah.
and so
And he's always like the super quiet, drop a witty comeback and then walk away.
Yeah,
kind of guy,
yeah.
So
he's also the one who brings Wanda into the fold. So there's at least a precedent for him pretty much saying, like, this is weird. I know it's weird, but if you walk out this door, you're gonna be an Avenger, and you need to be there for everybody, and that kind of thing. And I think having that kind of groundwork laid before is how we go to get Kate Bishop, and how he's gonna kind of take her under his wing, because she obviously has the Ronin suit,
right,
or at least a
or
version
made
of it.
one or something. Yeah. And they're obviously going to lean into the holiday season. Do we know how many episodes this is?
I think they said 6.
Ooh. Super quick.
So it would be finishing at Christmas.
At Christmas, starting Thanksgiving-ish.
Yeah. It said the 24th of November. So
November,
that's the week of Thanksgiving. That's the Wednesday of Thanksgiving.
Like Wednesday
week.
before Thanksgiving, and then ending maybe Christmas or in between Christmas and New Year's or something.
Yeah. So that's and I this is the first one that's really gonna center around a holiday. We did have a Halloween special in WandaVision, but it's specifically going to be, the backdrop is going to be Christmas.
Right. Well, to be fair, Christmas starts like after the 4th of July now, so.
Except for the Halloween people who have put up Halloween decorations in August, because
it keeps coming back and coming back. And
yeah.
so Christmas is it's just all year round.
It's Christmas town. But some things like the Rogers, the musical kind of feels like
awesome.
Hamilton. Straw Hat Goofy said today, if we don't get the music for that on iTunes or something, then they're losing
Well,
out.
it should be the song that he sings for, I punched Hitler, or whatever. That whole when he's selling bonds.
Yeah.
It should be that, just in a musical. I mean, in a big chorus line kind of musical, Broadway.
And apparently that musical is the Battle of New York, which makes a lot of sense because you're on Broadway and you're in New York, and this is all set in New York at Christmas, so it makes sense that it would be the Battle of New York.
Right. Too soon?
Probably. But it's, arts.
New York, they're used to rebounding from.
What was it this week? Okay, we're done with that one. We've
Let's
done
turn
the
it
next
into a
one.
musical.
We fired another governor. Who cares? They introducing Kate Bishop is, they're doing the Young Avengers. They're laying out all the Young Avengers slowly but surely to be the next wave of what the Avengers are going to be, getting past the original 6 and the original 785 other ones. I wish they do Strange Academy. It would be so cool to do a Hogwarts kind of thing with Doctor Strange as Dumbledore. They're already doing it in the comics. Apparently, it's really, really good. I've seen some stuff, and it would be really cool for them to do that kind of as a Young Avengers, West Coast Avengers, Strange Academy kind of thing.
I guess that's a way to bring the X-Men in, right?
It could be interesting to do that. Another thing that they kind of didn't point out, but it's obvious, is in the comic, Clint is hearing impaired.
Oh, okay.
So he had earbuds in to kind of help with his hearing. It's not really talked about a whole lot in the MCU, but they're kind of pointing it out now that he's had hearing issues in the past. It's one of his traits in the comics. And I
thought I saw, and I was like, is he, mic'd up, like listening to somebody else or something? When he was putting his kids in the car or whatever, and he turned and it looked like there was something in his ear.
And they're actually introducing Echo, I think is her name, who is a hearing impaired superhero inside the Hawkeye series, and so they're going to have her in this series too. But what I really want out of this series, other than introducing Kate, is Clint has to pay for everything he did in the 5 years after between the snap and the blip and the unblipping. He has to pay for it. He's the only one who hasn't paid for his crimes, and his crimes were not about necessarily beating evil, although that's what he was doing. But he was a vigilante for 5 years, randomly killing anybody and everybody who got in his way.
I mean, you could say that Black Widow, ScarJo, was his, they were very close, right? They were...
Right.
They were, so you could say that was a payment.
It is a payment, but I think that having some kind of cause and effect because of that, I think needs to be laid out at least some point in time. And they kind of do that with his family kind of being in danger and that. But he needs to spend some time in jail, or he needs to, I
don't know. Do they do that to the Avengers?
No, but he is in the comic that's this run is based off, and I can't remember who the author is of the comic, but he is an Avenger who lives in one of the 5 boroughs on like a pretty simple life. He doesn't have a family in this part of the comic, and so it's interesting how they're going to do that. But he lives, he kind of takes care of the neighborhood, but he's just a guy. He drinks beer every night. He's kind of broken and stuff like that. And so it'd be interesting if they kind of lean into that and all that. I have all kinds of other thoughts, but that is our Christmas theme. Oh, the other thing I did here, this is the continuation of the Home Alone series. So we had Home Alone in New York, which is Chicago, and then you have Home Alone in France. And then, I thought that was kind of a wink and a nod, kind of a Home Alone version. So that is our thoughts on the Hawkeye series. Let us know what you thought of this trailer and our reaction to it in the comments down below. Please be nice. It's a requirement around here. I have the band hammer. It's down there. we'll use it. And like this video, subscribe to the channel,
Sorry.
hit the bell for notifications, and follow us on all the social media networks. Facebook, Instagram, Twitter, TikTok, and we're off the rails. And until next time, cult members, we're going to go watch Y the Last Man. Good night now.